Rainbow Six Siege is a very special game. The game has been out for 8 years now, and you can still see ideas and plays that you've never seen before. And one particular round from the Copenhagen Major Grand Final between W7M and Team Liquid was just the perfect balance of strategy going so right, then so wrong. Let me set the scene. Team Liquid are defending the CO and meeting bomb site on Bank. W7M get 3 drones shot out in prep phase by a Solace around Tellers and main lobby. If you ever see a Solace on a CO defense, you just know that they're going to play below in Tellers and Archives to deny a plant, as almost all of the floor in both bomb sites is destructible. W7M attack a repick to a lineup of Osa, Capitao, Dokkaebi, Zafir and Ace. Nade on Capitao enters the basement? We'll come back to this one. Philippox on Osa sits on window rappel with Diffuser alongside KZ on Zafir. Then JV92 on lobby rappel opens the Canto angle. Now, the meta at the moment of the highest level of Siege is very fast. W7 are one of those teams that play a fast, explosive style. With the Diffuser on the CO windows, it's a very obvious window take, which means W7 are going to try and take as minimal map control as possible. However, as we spoke about before, they can't just repel in CO and plant because there's a Solace below, until JV92 kills a Solace from main lobby repel. The camera here switches to Herds in electrical with Dokkaebi. It looks to me like Herds' job was to Dokkaebi call, then push the Solace from bottom square while the rest of his team executes. However, Herds' job is made super simple because the Solace is already dead, so he can now come up square stairs and gets a kill from it. Now the fast execute comes. Philippox repels in CO with his Zoe shield out and plants behind it. This all happened very fast, and there's a lot more going on in this execute than what first meets the eye. This execute is very meticulously planned out, with every single W7M player having a specific job based on their operator's primary gadget. JV92 on Ace, his job is to open up Canto with a Selma, and then control main lobby from the rappel so that his teammates on the CO windows don't die from the lobby peek. And he actually gets the opening kill from this by Volps and Solace trying to peek out of Tellers into main lobby. Herds on Dokkaebi. We already saw him in Electric, and his job was to use the Dokkaebi phone call to allow him to push and kill the Solace below in Archives. The Dokkaebi phone call allows Herds to automatically know which areas of the map are clear, and he can then roughly locate the Solace due to the audio of the Solace's phone ringing. This is effective because he can do this without wasting time droning, or having one of his teammates drone for him, which ultimately will slow down the entire push, and also alert Solace that she might be pushed soon. Now cast your minds back to when we saw Nade on Capitao enter into the basement very early on for a CO attack. Strange, you might think. Well, for the eagle-eyed of you, you would have noticed a flash to Capitao's POV during the execute. He was still in the basement, but with a hole in the CCTV hatch above. For those of you who don't know, Capitao arrows go directly through bullet holes, and Nade down in CCTV is firebolting the janitor position from the basement through a bullet hole to bypass any WMI discs that would be sat on the CO windows. There's also the added extra of this being extremely low risk, because the alternative is to firebolt from the CO windows, but you could be peeked while aiming and shooting the arrow from the window. Because W7M firebolt the janitor position, it means that W7M can deny the strongest defender position against the CO window take. Usually, the janitor player would be able to swing left or right of the reinforcements to kill an attacker repelling in, or kill a planter. Because the defenders can't play janitor, the only playable positions inside the bomb site are in this blue square, which Zafir ends up concussing. Next, Osa smokes and repels him with a shield out, and at the same time, Zafir concusses into meeting and long desk so that the defenders close cannot hear the plant going down and are hindered into taking a gunfight. Osa then plants behind the shield with Zafir covering from the windows. Every single operator's primary utility used with a specific purpose in this round, and their execute goes perfectly until Lagonis kills the Zafir on the window repel, Palu kills the planter, and where's the rest of W7M? Well, if we look back, Ace was on lobby repel, cannot deny the diffuser. Dokkaebi, square stairs, cannot deny the diffuser because the reinforcements onto top square from CEO. And Capitao was in the basement, even further away from being able to deny the diffuser. W7M's attack was so meticulously planned out that it was actually too clever. Because they decided to sit Capitao in the basement to firebolt rather than the window repel, it meant that for a post plant, they were extremely, extremely weak. Just think, if the Capitao was on CO window, KZ dies on the windows, but then there's a backup of the Capitao to be able to deny Palu just jumping on the diffuser. So W7M were actually too cute in creating this strategy, and it cost them the round win. They did everything perfectly. Everything was timed, everything was executed with perfection. But their strategy didn't respect the post-plant position, that if the one player on the windows dies, they lose the round. And this is why this round was so fascinating to me, because you can have the smartest, most clever, most perfectly executed strategy in Siege, but if you don't think about and respect the post-plant positioning, it's all for naught. Thank you for watching.